Remember, guys, about the accident that I witnessed when I was in Hamilton, Ontario? Before I just flew out to see my sister in UK, and so the enemy telling me, "Oh, the person who responsible for that accident got a new car," you know. And you know what? I've noticed something about these people. I've never been a jealous type. So for them to tell me, like, you think there is going to wake up some sort of jealousy or envious or whatnot, I've never been a jealous person. Thank God, you know. I've never been I don't have this hatred toward people who have not done anything wrong or jealousy or any of that stuff. Thank God, God never really made me that way, you know? I've never been. So for them to tell me this, it's like trying to provoke what? What are you trying to provoke? What I've noticed something about them is this how these people operates. They're always looking for something not there, or trying to provoke you or demean you or say, talk down to you or something like that, you know? And it just kind of hit me like all of a sudden, these people have problems, okay? For it's not normal for somebody to think that way, trying to provoke people or trying to bestow some sort of feeling on a person. The feeling does never exist. So why would I care if that person got a new car or not? It doesn't affect me any, you know? It doesn't really. It's they're trying to what? What are you trying to do? And I realized that they've been destroyed many times. The flood, Atlantis has been destroyed, and these people been, cursed, turned into monkeys and pigs and all of that. You understand? And they can still continue trying to provoke God. Never mind me. They're still trying to provoke God, trying to do things, to think they're above God. The nation or the kingdom of Jinn was was living on earth before humanity were created, and they were destroyed because they're prideful and they're arrogant and they think they're equal to God and stuff, and that why they were destroyed. But it's still up to this day, they're still trying to do the same thing, you know. And maybe God has a very good reason to destroy a nation when you are that wicked. When you're continuing to always trying to start something, instigating something out of nothing. The world problem are stems from them, and that's a problem, so when they're trying to provoke me, I'm one person, you know. Look how many people suffering in the world, and they're sitting on a lot of money. They're refusing to help people in need, you know. And no, I've never been a jealous person. So whatever you're trying to do, bestow is not really gonna work because I don't have that in me to be jealous. You know, if I think of a person earn that money legitimately is from hard work without stealing from nation and all of that. We know about the theft of resources globally and all of that. So it's not legitimate money. This money is not made through hard work. It was stolen. You know what I'm saying? So yes, you don't. These I do not think these people deserve it. But it's not out of jealousy because they stole it, not because of they don't deserve that because they nobody should be rich, nobody should be wealthy. No, 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 no. It's not like that, because I feel when you steal something from somebody else because you think that person doesn't need these resources, yeah, I don't think you have the right. So yeah, and I just think, they're playing games. They like to play games. God is not playing games when they destroyed your ancestor many times, you know, and yeah. So I don't know what's the point. What's the point coming in this stupid spiritual or fake dreams or artificial dreams, whatever, trying to tell me something. Like, I don't care. I don't care if he got a new car, he got a new yacht, a new plane. I don't really care. You know, why you think? Why would I care? Just give me a reason. I don't know that person from hello. That person at fault, yet he got a new car. He hit that car intentionally. You know what I'm saying? But anyhow, it doesn't matter if your laws and your system you have set up is broken, obviously, to serve people who are in the wrong. Somebody in the wrong are being considered without any fault. That's your problem. This all of this system is gonna go. Is gonna go. It's not gonna be a lot of injustice happening on earth, and that's what's going to happen. And yeah, it's a kind of I'm not annoyed, but I'm just kind of I woke I woke up laughing. In my head I'm giggling because I think it's funny. For they 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 thinking they know me. I did not think about it. Why you have to bring that up? Obviously, it bothers you. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't change me or break me. It doesn't make any difference for you to tell me. You know, it's it's a laugh. You're wasting your time, all this money, having people targeting us, trying to control us. Okay, the bottom line from all of this targeting, because I refused to join the Masons. That's it. Because I'm refusing to join them. When they offered it to me, I said no. And that's the main reason. Rejection is like a slap on the face. Don't you feel when you go to somebody you like and they reject you? Wouldn't that hurt your feeling? This is exactly what happening. That's why we've been targeted, because we rejected them. We don't want to serve these fallen beings. I want to serve the maker of the universe. And that's the main problem. And they just started spinning lies. They started spinning lies about us, telling people stories are not true, And because we said no. If I said, yes, I would join today, if I were to say I would join these people today, all of this is going to go away. All this targeting will stop. But I'm refusing, and that's a problem, because these people are not known to hear a word no. You understand? They sit on top. They think they're controlling the narrative, they're controlling the governments, and they're controlling everybody. They don't like to hear the word no. You understand? And that's the main reason. for a person coming, and saying no to them, who are you to say no to us? We always receive a yes. We don't want to hear a no. Look how these celebrities are being controlled. All these celebrities are being controlled because they're all obedient. They're all obedient. If you do not do what we were told, we're going to close all these doors. We're the gatekeeper of money. If you're not going to play ball with us, we're going to make sure this type of money is going to be shut. So you do what you're told or else. So I'm not doing what I'm told, because I am a sovereign being. I'm never going to kneel or report to anybody, not a human being I'm going to kneel to or report to. That's not gonna happen. Not in a million years, you know, not in 1,000 years. It will never happen. 12 years, I'm dealing with BS, garbage, dealing with people who don't know me. Everywhere I go, people don't know me and they pretend to know me because these people are telling them stuff about me. Even friends that I used to be friends with been told lies about me to them. So that's why I started to get rid of friends as well. You know, I don't need friends. I don't need people in my life. I don't need wealth. You know, I'm not gonna play in your side. You offer it to me, I said no. So, go offer it to somebody else because whatever you offer is so good, people will be dying to get it, right? Because it's not so good. I've read all about what they're all about. It's all about the entrapments, removing of freedoms and oppression, and they're aggressive beings or injustice. Everything is about them. It rubbed me the wrong way. It's not who I am, and that's why I would never join them. And that's the main reason. And then I got into this program. I realized my bloodline is being targeted. Our bloodline, 144,000 elect bloodline is being targeted. We've been at war with them, with the fallen or the jinn, the nation of jinn, who are created, who are living on earth, Azazel or Iblis or whatever you call them, Satan. We've been at war with with these beings since inception, you know, for a long time. And in the end times, they're manipulating people to believe in lies. Why would I care about people who I do not know judging me or thinking they are on the right when they are on the wrong? I don't really care, you know? They're all going to be judged. I'm not going to forgive. I already said it. I don't want to really sound like a broken record. I said I would not do it. So it does not matter who they put in front, which army they sent on my way. Not, no, all these people are slaves to me. To me, are slaves. Slaves are the one who would do something blindly because the master asked, without thinking, is that what I'm doing is right or wrong? You understand? So let a slave be a slave. The slave would never be anything but a slave because a slave doesn't want to be sovereign being. He doesn't want to be independent, want to be making own decisions. No, a slave want to be like serving a master. When the master says jump, you got better say how high, because that's what the slave does. So I'm not really worried about with all of these people are targeting me. They mean nothing to me. And in a holy Quran, holy books like the Bible, the Torah, Zabur, where all these holy books teaching about forgiveness, that's something that it really doesn't set well with me. If somebody intentionally trying to harm you, why would I forgive that person? So that I disagree with. Okay? I will never gonna forgive somebody who intentionally tried to harm me. You know what I'm saying? There's no mistakes here. It's an intentional act of harm. Okay? And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they do. My bloodline is being targeted, for a long time by these same people. Isaac, Jacob, Noah, Esau, Mary, Abraham, Solomon. All of that, our bloodline is being targeted, for a long time. If you go in the holy books and look, what all these prophets have encountered, you understand why the 144,000 being targeted. We targeted in the same way. The same way are in the past they have targeted all these prophets are targeting us now. We 144,000 are not prophets. We're a legion of God, you know. We're here to deal with oppression, injustice, and all of that. You know, fairness, you know, not earthly fairness or justice, you know. This system is rigged, is broken. You know what I'm saying? It's serving the wrong entity. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to serve that entity. It's not gonna happen. Not in a million years, you know. So it doesn't matter what people believe. It means nothing to me, and I do not care. I'm not a jealous person. Do not tell me what that person got, what they didn't get. Trying to think like I'd be like annoyed with it or upset or taken by it or any of that. It doesn't mean anything to me. You know, he can get a blank check. You know, write whatever you want. I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? So don't tell me what that person got or not. You know. So anyhow, reality check. I'm not a jealous person, people. So do not try to awaken something is not there. Maybe you are a jealous person. That's your problem. That's something a shrink can help you with. I can't help you with that. You know, that's your problem. Okay. So who cares? You know what people get, whatever. Don't tell me anything. Do me a huge favor. If you want to, do me a huge favor. Don't tell me anything. I don't care. Do not talk to me. Do not interact with me. Do not try to, you know, manipulate emotion, feelings, or whatever. Your intention is not, it doesn't mean anything. It's not valid. It doesn't mean anything, you know, to me. And I wish you would go away. I don't care where you go. But I don't just, I wish these people, they'll get a life, you know. It seems like you're, with all this wealth you have under your command, you're really bored to deal with me, you know, telling me Iran did this, or that person did that to you. Would that, why would I care? You're telling me all these things, you know, what? You know what I mean? You know, I don't really care, you know. I, ha- I have a maker who's all knowing. God is all knowing. God can tell me that. I don't need to hear from you. You know what I'm saying? Anyhow, that's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, I wish you all gotta, you know, go to oblivious, go to wherever you need to go. You know, your life, it must be really bored with all this wealth. You're bored. You have to deal with me.